Welcome to F1 Blogs. We've got a ton of great articles all about the Chinese Grand Prix. We're going to really get into it today. It's not just about the headlines.
Right.
We're going to unpack those big moments, the calls the teams made, the strategy and all.
Yeah.
And what does it tell us about the season? Where's it all going?
Yeah.
Let's jump in.
Yeah. I think the big thing that jumps out is Oscar Piastri. Like, what a weekend he had.
Oh, yeah.
Pole position, new lap record, and then just a totally dominant win. His first lap. It's a big deal. We had a lot of people who were watching his teammate. A lot of people thought he would be the one to watch at McLaren.
Yeah.
But Piastri, man, he stole.
But that guy...
And it wasn't just luck.
The articles all say Piastri went to Shanghai and he was like, I'm going to make a statement.
Yeah.
And he did. Out-qualified Norris, controlled the whole race.
Yeah.
I think McLaren might just have that awesome driver pairing everyone hoped for. Can't forget qualifying either. George Russell out of nowhere, boom, second on the grid. Norris got pushed to third, Verstappen fourth.
Wow. Yeah. Shuffled the pack a bit, didn't it? Made for a really exciting Sunday.
Yeah.
And, if you look at the bigger picture, Piastri's win and how McLaren did overall, it feels like things are shifting a bit,
Yeah.
Like the pecking order's changing.
Yeah.
They have a fast car, no doubt about it. And their drivers are both at the top of their game.
Both of them, yeah.
I read in a few articles that Norris, even though he finished second, he admitted Piastri was just better in that second stint.
That's big.
It is, yeah.
Yeah.
For a teammate to say that,
Yeah.
that says a lot about how good Piastri was.
Yeah, totally.
Talking about Norris, though, that brake issue near the end. Talk about a bit of drama.
Oh, yeah.
The reports all said he was losing quite a bit of time in those last laps.
Crazy that he held on to second.
I know. It shows how far ahead McLaren were compared to everyone else.
Oh, and Russell, even starting second, he ended up third. Looks like Mercedes were happy enough with the points, but maybe they wanted a bit more from that position.
Yeah, you'd think so. It's interesting how the strategy played out in this race, though. A lot of articles were talking about how well the hard tires performed. Like, unexpectedly well.
That's true.
Threw a wrench in the works for a lot of teams. Some drivers started on the hards, guys like Stroll, Behrman, Lawson.
Yeah.
Others switched them way earlier than they thought they would.
Right.
Seems like maybe the simulations before the race didn't quite get how good those hard tires would be on this track.
Yeah.
Makes you wonder, how do these teams adapt when things don't go according to plan?
That's a really good question. I mean, tire management was huge in these articles. Like, he was a big topic. You saw Behrman, right? He started on the hards and he was flying.
Right.
Ended up in the points. SAINZ, though, he also started on the hards, didn't have the same kind of pace.
Yeah.
Finished outside the points.
Yeah.
It really shows how much it matters, the car setup, how the driver drives, and what those tires are like.
Such a delicate balance.
Yeah. And then you look at Verstappen, started fourth, finished fourth.
Yeah.
Sounds like a pretty standard day, right? But a lot of the reports were saying he wasn't happy with his Red Bull.
Yeah.
Said it wasn't as good as the McLarens, even the Ferraris. He had to really work to get past Leclerc for that fourth place. Shows you, even the champion needs a good car to be up front.
It's true. What about Ferrari? How was their weekend?
It was a mixed bag from what I read.
Okay.
Leclerc started sixth, finished fifth. Hamilton started fifth, ended up sixth.
Right.
There was even a point where Ferrari told Hamilton to let Leclerc pass.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they thought Leclerc was quicker at that point.
Interesting.
Some of the articles said that Leclerc had some damage to his front wing early on.
Oh.
Bumped with Hamilton a bit, hurt his downforce,
Right.
but he still kept up pretty well.
He did, yeah. It's interesting, isn't it? The whole team dynamic at Ferrari.
Yeah.
They swapped their drivers because they wanted the most points. But if Leclerc was faster, even with damage, maybe their plan wasn't perfect.
Yeah.
Did they react fast enough? That's the kind of stuff that can change the whole race.
Absolutely.
What about the Spanish drivers?
Oh, Alonso and SAINZ, they both had tough weekends.
Right.
Qualifying wasn't great. Both started outside the top 10.
Yeah.
Alonso's race ended super early. Brake failure. He actually said it was a big scare.
Oh, wow. That's 2 retirements in 2 races. Not what Aston Martin wanted.
Not at all.
And SAINZ.
He started further back, gained a couple of positions, but still outside the points.
I guess Alonso's brake issue, that's got to be a worry for Aston Martin.
Definitely.
You need your car to be reliable if you want to fight for the championship. 2 mechanical DNFs early on, that's not good. SAINZ is with Williams now, right? For season. He's still getting used to the car. He said after the race that they need to look at the data, figure out how to make it faster. It takes time, even for an experienced driver like him.
To gel with a new team.
Exactly.
The articles were also talking about some of the younger drivers, the ones with less experience.
Yeah.
Behrman, he stood in for Haas and finished in the points, even though he started further back. And Antonelli in the Mercedes, he got points too.
Nice.
They really focused on Behrman's drive. Those hard tires, he was moving up the field.
That's cool. It's always exciting to see those young guys perform like that. You know, it's like a glimpse of the future.
Yeah, who to watch out for.
Exactly. Behrman, his drive was seriously impressive, starting way back and still getting those points.
Yeah.
It takes real skill and maturity. People in F1 will notice that, you know. It can really help a young driver's career.
Yeah.
Also makes you think, maybe that Haas car has more potential than we realize.
It does, yeah.
If you can do that.
So after this deep dive into the Chinese Grand Prix, a few things really stand out. I mean, you got Oscar Piastri winning like that.
Right.
It could mean big things for McLaren. Then you have Alonso, those reliability problems. AstonMartin's fixed that.
Yeah.
And those hard tires, no one expected them to be so good. It made the strategies really interesting. And even without the fastest car, Verstappen still got up there.
Yeah.
He's definitely still in the championship fight. For anyone who loves the strategy, the performance details, this race had it all. How to manage tires, how to deal with surprises. It was fascinating.
Totally. One final thought for everyone. We saw how McLaren did, we saw Aston Martin's troubles and all those tire choices. What do you think is the most important thing that separates the winners from everyone else in F1 today? It's something to think about as the season goes on. Thanks for joining us on F1 Blogs.
And don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more F1 deep dives.